in. We'll work on that on the details. A lot of the details is going to be in the face area, face and head area. This just laying back in here. And let's get this. Make sure we have a good separation between hair and, so we know what is hair and what is bag there. And again, we'll clean that up too. Okay. Start working in on the detailing around the face and other little detailings I can find. And I'm having a rethink here about the screw up I did here. And it is a major screw up. And at the end, after everything is done, I have an idea as to how to fix that, and I'll film that for you. But I just want to at least get everything else done, just in case if, well, maybe you didn't screw up and I did, you know, but you don't care about the fix. But I'm gonna show you the fix after. But right now, I want to get back onto the face, and let's pull some of the face up and out before we can get into the eyes. I want to bring the head out a little bit here. Just push down a little bit. It's sort of like doing, like we did, blocking the hand out, arm out, and blocking things out. We're just going to sort of blocking out the head a little bit here. Just probably, is that not even 1/4 of an inch. We're going to try to bring the face forward. Now we can bring the face forward quite a bit before we have to worry about carving the ear. The ear is would be about here, and I really don't want to create an ear, but I still want to get the head out a little more, so that it does not. Well, it'll have a good three-dimensional effect. Instead of having your face on a block. I mean, if you have troubles where your face looks kind of blocky, this is one way to eliminate it. See, we just pulled that head out a little bit there. Now, of course, there's going to be, you have to do some cleaning up here. And we'll get more into that later. We're doing some, I want to call it micro blocking. I don't know. Is that the right terminology? And it's just like a chip. Make sure you understand what part of the wood is still connected, what part of the chip is still connected to the carving, instead of just taking your tool and using it as a pry. Break the tip off. I have broken tips off. I don't want to do it again. Okay. So there we go. We raised the face a little bit. I might end up raising it even a little more. In this particular case, let's trim. I got to trim the forehead a little bit. If your forehead looks fine, you probably don't have to trim it as much. I need some trimming on this to do. The reason why is I want to bring the nose out a little more. Is that a little better? And I think we're still all right with the face. Now that the face has been brought out a little bit, and you can bring it out quite a bit, what we want to do is to create that three-dimensional effect by, let me see, you're looking at my carving straight on like that. That's the face, or the front. There's the profile. There's the profile. And we want to go about 45 degrees between the two, between the face and the profile. And I'm going to twist it a little bit. And do the same thing we did with the nose here, is come down to the eye line, and come down to the eye line. And if you look, you see that rounds that out. What you're supposed to do is that you are supposed to be able to see the eyeball when it's in profile mode, when it's in profile. Same thing on this side here, 45, about a 45-degree angle between the two. Straight down to the eye line, down to the eye line. I might need to get a little deeper. All right. Now we want to fix the eye a little bit. Like I said, I don't want to have a mean Santa. I mean, this is probably perfect the way the shadow is. And see how when I go like this, he looks like he's kind of frowning because of the shadow. To the light is the best I can get for you here. So in order to eliminate that, I believe I talked about making this as wide, making the eye, the top of the eye as wide angle, not sharp, but wider this way. And that's how you can eliminate the angry Santa, unless you want to have an angry Santa. Show the kids this is what happens when you're not doing what you're supposed to do. All right. I want to clean it out just a little bit. We want to start getting it nice and clean, ready for the eyeball. But we're not going to do the eyeball till a little later, though. I just want to get it ready here. And then what I want to do is I want to dig a little deep right here like a chip, because the eyeball is round. Let me cut this on, then I'll explain here. The eyeball is round like this. So that's why we wanted to add this little, we wanted to dig a little deeper right here where the inner eye, or the eye closest to the nose. Same thing here, just a little chip. So we're going deep towards the eye at this point here, but we still want it round this way. So just a little indentation right there. Clean it just a little bit. Now I notice that the face is a little odd right now. I want to straighten the face out a little bit here. First I want to straighten out the nose. Because I'm not sure, it looks like there's more on this side there is on this side. I'm not sure. No, I think it is. Of course the camera, I found out that the camera is a lot, you could see it a lot better than I can. Something about a camera that just picks up things that are not right. You're probably hollering, look out, that's not right. And I'm saying, oh yes it is. So I'm going to shrink it just a little bit here. Not too much, just enough to like get it started if it isn't good enough. That's a little better. Cheek is still a little better. Okay, I want to form around the cheeks a little bit here. The cheek, like I said, I don't want to work with the eye yet. I want to make sure eye is probably one of the last things on the face that I would do. Round off that cheek. And then with the nose, my eye line and nose don't match up. But we'll do something about it. Now we're going to work around the nostril and the cheek. I'm gonna take a little more wood off on this side. I think the nose is a little lopsided. So we're gonna go straight down. Then we're gonna go in an angle like this because we're gonna form another chip. And then cut right there. So the angle comes into the cheek, around the nose, and on top of the mustache. I mean, it's not as clean as I want it, but can you see it at that? You see it like that. You cut into the cheek, down on the nose, and into the beard, mustache. Oh, I just can't get that chip out of there. Get out of there. Same on the other side. Now I just straightened the nose out a little bit, so I'm not going to cut as much on the nose as I did on this side. This is two birds with one stone. I created this chip while fixing the nose at the same time. This gives a shadow by the nose and around the nose. Everybody has it. Some by a larger degree. I mean, older people have it by a lot more. And can you see that shadow in there? Same on both sides. Now on the nose, I want to go right here again. Bring back that 20 degrees. I like doing that 20 degrees in the first place, like I showed, just to get a feel of what's going on, even though it did disappear. On the nose, let's kind of triangular it or pyramid it like by taking this corner off. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to add a nostril. The nostril comes around. This is going to be a scoop. I want you to watch this first. It's going to come down at an angle like this at an angle, and then I'm going to curve down and then scoop back up. Curve down and scoop back up. Other side. See, first I started like this, curve down and come back up, almost like an S. That's the best way to put it. And you form some sort of nostril. This again, you really got to have a very sharp tip knife. Same with this thing here, it's just a scoop right here. And you can translate this by using a chisel. Make sure that chisel is really sharp too. And then I want to go this way, scoop this way. From here by the nostril and scoop in this way. It's a very basic nose. I mean, when you got a carving this size, if it's fairly basic and it looks like a nose, you know, it's good enough. I'm just going to bend this a little bit here. I say bend it, cut it, and do any other cleaning up and shaping. There's that chip again. Get out of there. So now we're getting it all set. We're getting close to doing the eyes, but I still want to give it a check, make sure each cheek looks, one isn't higher than the other. This is a good time to take a look. I'm going to just trim this a little bit because that's trimmed. Okay, I want to bring the mustache out a bit by just simply taking the tip of your knife. Be very careful you don't break the tip of your knife while you're drawing deep.